I'm assuming you guys are silent because I'm supposed to talk. So.
Oh no, I was trying to figure out what meme you're supposed to be.
What am I? Oh, just any Fox News political person that thinks they know more than everyone.
Oh man, I should get up on that shit.
What am I? Oh, just any Fox News political.
Sorry, that's my sound.
No, that was my sound.
Is y'all backfiring?
It was a satire of his sound.
Here, I could put a meme that you definitely know. Let's see.
That was the same one you used last time.
I haven't made anything new, Ken. You expect way too much from me.
I liked your post the other day you put on Facebook.
Thank you. That was about 2 hours of reading through bullshit on Facebook that inspired that.
Yeah.
It really, I guess, astonishes me. Like, everyone gets the same information and yet perceives it so differently from one another.
It's true.
I'm off Facebook, so what's going on the Facebook?
So there's this guy named Trump, and he ran for president back in 2016.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right? It's mind-blowing, but then here's the shocker. He fucking won.
And that's when we abandoned hope.
And that's when Hope decided it committed that, I forget what the term is, but you know how the Japanese samurai fall on their own sword? That was what Hope did that day.
Sudoku. Sudoku or something like that.
Yeah, Sudoku, yes.
I don't know, Sudoku's it's that number puzzle.
I know, it's being funny.
Oh, yeah, I don't vote, so I don't really keep up with any of that stuff.
I like that shirt, Michael.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's like up near where you all are at, where I got it.
Okay.
At the memorial site.
Okay. How's Texas?
Hot, man.
Yeah.
It's hot. I think it's imploding, man. Like my hometown, it's on lockdown. It was the first city in the United States to make masks mandatory in public. But now everyone's getting sick, you know?
Oh man, that's a drag, dude.
Everyone's getting sick. My younger brother got sick. Right now he's in self-quarantine. It's been over a month now, and he's fine. But
oh good.
I'm gonna wait until
everyone.
He's good.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up? My name is Guillermo.
I'm
Nice to
Ken.
meet you.
Nice to meet you, Guillermo.
Nice to meet you guys too.
But it's hot nonetheless, Ken.
It's hot, huh?
But I mean,
Hot in more
people
ways than one, right?
and people are kind of behaving like nothing's happening, so it's kind of weird.
I think that's the
I don't know if
weirdest
that's
part.
worse or better. Out here, they're acting like something is happening. So I'm not
Well,
sure.
I think it's worse in the sense that I mean, you know, we have pretty high cases just in my county alone, so that's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Was that the other version of hot you were talking about, Ken? The hotbed of
Hey.
virus?
Right.
Hey, no! With no audio.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi.
So wait, I try and invite you to how many different Zoom meetings, and this is the one you show up to?
Hey, it's afternoon. It's not early.
Mine was at 11 p.m.
Yeah, it's still too early for me.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
We had this talk last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what other surprises you have for me, Ken?
Well, right now I'm going to go check my chicken and rice. My timer just went off, so.
That's all right, Ken. You go check your chicken and rice. I've got this. All right. So, Guillermo, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a student that goes to Cal State Long Beach with Nov.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm a public relations and journalism student, and I am into music too. So that's what I've been up to.
What kind of
mostly.
music?
It's like hip hop, Spanish, and English.
It can still be hip hop if it's Spanish. You know that, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be like hip hop. It can be hip hop.
it's because it's hip hop, and then it's like reggaeton too. So it's like a mix, a fusion. I don't know what to call it.
Fusion's cool.
And he takes dope ass photos too. I had him in one of my photo
Oh
classes.
yeah, photographer too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a common thread between all of us, photography. So,
That's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love
well,
photos.
except for Frank, he just
Yeah.
points and clicks without even looking anymore.
Frank's the
Of
glue
course.
that holds us
Yeah.
together. I'm gonna start drinking, y'all. Cheers.
All right, now the real opinions come out. No more filter.
Yeah, the real opinions. Drink Japanese whiskey.
Start rambling about photography.
Right.
I'm pretty sure we all know that this has nothing to do with photography.
Yes.
This
I
will
just
start
need an
with
excuse to
maybe
socialize.
talking about like ISO for about 5 minutes, and then we'll be on America, and then we'll be on movies, and then we'll be at each other's throats.
Well, actually, it's ASA since we're in America. Just kidding.
Well, I only shoot Afghan film, so
Doesn't dent.
How's
exactly.
the chicken and rice, Ken?
Looking good.
What kind of rice?
Just regular rice. It's just, chicken, rice, vegetables.
Yes, but there are 22 different types of rice in the world.
Really? I had no
I
idea.
didn't know that.
Oh, it's the kind that they
Well-
bring to my house.
Okay, actually, I should back up. It's something Grace once told me that I just took at her word. I really should probably verify that fact.
Oh my god.
So
Crazy.
we've established that Michael has not been taking pictures. Have any of you guys been taking pictures?
Let's see. No.
Nobody's taking pictures. Frank's taking pictures, or he's
I'm
processing.
taking pictures.
Yeah, but that's kind of just Frank.
How did you get to that
Yeah.
point, Frank? How did you get so free of all this angst that you could make art?
I
You live in I got this, Frank. You live in San Francisco, where none of this shit is hitting the fan anymore.
It's only mildly hitting the fan.
Right.
It's well, sometimes angst really pushes me. It
Yeah.
definitely helped me in art school. That's for sure. But yeah, I take my camera everywhere. So if I go to the grocery store, I'll take an extra 5 minutes to walk a block, and see what I could see. I've been getting more and more inspired by Joel Meyerowitz and the way he kind of sees the world. So I'm trying to get back to going out and, of course, distancing and everything. But and luckily, in San Francisco, there's enough room to distance, to get some more shots.
That's cool. What's the best focal length to avoid COVID-19?
It's tough. I picked a really bad time to go through a wide angle phase. But I'm probably gonna put that what's it called? That 80 to 200 to good use that I showed you last one.
Right.
What are you shooting right now? The F1?
Not really. I've been shooting the contacts.
The context.
Yeah, I just got the 8200s for that.
Oh,
see
shit,
what I mean.
really?
Yeah,
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah. And then I want to get the 35 to 70 3.4.
The only zoom.
Yeah, that's the only zoom I want to get.
You're into Zeiss glass, aren't you, Michael?
Oh yeah, like only at the moment. Well, I guess L series too, but only those two right now.
What's a good, I don't really own any Zeiss. What's a good piece of starting Zeiss glass, like something for maybe something kind of wide.
A starting one, I'd go with the Tessar. The Tessar is affordable. It's like right in between 35 and 50. I like the Planar myself. If you have the money, the Distagon,
Okay.
but anything wider is just vanity.
Right. It's cool.
Yeah,
You're
Planar
actually,
6 element, not the 7 element. The 6 element one's the shit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
But why is it the shit?
Well, there's less groupings, there's less space and error. So, you know, if you want to get super dumb and technical, there's less haze in the air. But, you know, that's like the difference of having a UV filter on or not.
Mm.
You know, I'd like to shoot more than just one filter. So I kind of don't care, but I just like that it's an older design too. They're a lot harder to get. You see them in Hasselblad and you see them in Rolly,
Hmm.
but now the new one's 7 element.
I'll start snooping around.
Mm.
I'm sure Frank will send me a text or a few.
Yeah,
Yeah, a bunch of eBay links.
right. Right. If there's any Rock Band shit that's cheap out there, I'm looking for it. Xbox.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, please. I'm gonna start like modding them and stuff. I kind of got bored of the iPod shit, so I think they do the Rock Band modifications right now.
I remember that you were doing those iPods.
When was the last Rock Band out? It's been a few years, hasn't it?
Last one was 2016,
Wow.
but I mean it's still up to date. They release songs every week.
Do they?
Yeah, there's seasons and stuff now.
I think 2016 was probably the last time I picked up one of those controllers.
Dude, honestly, I was looking at my profile. I think it was about the last time too, until a few days ago.
Let me think about that. I wonder if something major happened in 2016 that changed my focus. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, Rock Band's good. What do you play? Do you play everything? You sing? You
I do play everything. Bass primarily, but I just started playing pro drums and like I fucking fell in love. So I've got a full night of that tonight.
That's cool.
I'm excited.
and how soundproof is your room?
I live in a house.
Ah.
It's just my wife and myself.
Well,
No.
it's minimal annoyance, or does she join you?
No, she plays. Yeah, she plays. She sings and plays drums.
Okay, what's your go-to song?
My go-to song, right at this very moment, I was doing Four Non Blondes. Hey, what's going on? Trying it out on drums just because it's pretty fucking easy, but playing it on pro drums and trying to get the hang of it, like, dude, like, I would suggest if you try play on medium because it's gonna feel more natural than playing on easy. But I was just mentioning to Ken earlier, y'all should check the prices of Rock Band on eBay right now because it's really dumb.
It's horrible.
It's pretty crazy. Hey,
Howdy.
Oh, we have somebody else.
Yep.
I
Oh, it's just Grace.
didn't want to smoke on
No
screen and you
surprises.
just fucking did it right away. So
Hey, Grace.
I do it.
uh,
I just do it anyway. Oh,
Quick question, Grace.
yes.
How many types of rice are there in the world?
I don't know. Hundreds?
You told me 22 one time. Were you, like, just
That wasn't me. I wouldn't have answered.
was-
Oh.
definitely you.
It wasn't. No, I would say that my birthday's on the 22nd.
Okay, so she's not smoking cigarettes. Moving on.
But no, it wasn't me. 'Cause
second
I wouldn't have said the 22nd. I mean 22.
second one is what you've been shooting lately. But that's Ken's question. I didn't mean to impose.
Me or everyone?
No, you.
Oh no, we both talked. You're late.
You're late.
Well, I shot flowers. Apparently, all the crap that I planted has been flowering. So I was like, I'm going to grab my macro lens, which I haven't touched in 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah, except that I need to shoot with a much wider depth of field because still shooting too shallow.
Hmm.
Are you hand holding or tripod?
Oh, totally hand holding. I'm usually up in the morning having a cigarette in one hand, a camera in the other. I'm like, oh look, there's a flower.
That's the
Are you
way to do it.
barefoot in this scenario? Because that changes everything.
Nope, nope, nope. Still wearing shoes, flip flops, barely shoes.
Yeah, I feel that.
So what's everyone else doing?
Playing video games, you know. I'm working on some music, so I'm trying to get a studio working in my garage.
Ooh,
Cool,
nice.
cool.
I
got
saw
all my-
you start playing drums again.
Yeah, I got a bunch of I got all my drum mics out, and I have a couple computers, so I'm trying to set all that up with to get recording, and I was telling Frank it's been frustrating. Studios they're kind of just always broke. They're always broken. So you're sort of trying to make art, and at the same time you're fixing this thing that
Troubleshooting.
supposed to capture it.
So music and photography, same thing.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard? It's so hard. It's like frustrating sometimes. Like when is
Yeah.
enough? When is not enough?
It's true. Especially, it seems like it always breaks when you really want when you have your concept of what you want to do. You finally figure it out, and then the thing breaks. And then you try to throw money at it. You do everything, and it's just going to work when it works.
So I saw on the thing it said cocktails and
Yeah.
cannabis. So I don't have a cocktail, shockingly. Like the other times I do. This time I don't. So anyone else drinking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, a little something.
Oh, nice, nice. I might have to go grab something in a little bit just to keep with the theme.
You should.
I cannot stop watching David's background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been his background. I think the past couple.
Earlier it was like Fox News or something was his background.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good one.
Oh,
There you go.
ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, how old am I?
Same age as Frank. Frank.
Yep. What time is it there, Michael?
6:53 exactly.
Wild.
Yeah, dude. I'm in the future. Nothing's different, man.
Oh, it's still light out.
Nothing's different.
Yeah, the
What's up,
sun
Jacob?
is still out, so
What's up, guys? I don't know what's going on with this background.
is that your real background or is that a fake
I
background?
wish. I wish. How's it going, guys?
Hey, Jacob.
So he gets to answer the question too, right?
Yeah, what have you been shooting?
Ooh.
Dang, yeah, an answer.
No answer or
Answer or bail. Answer or bail. Answer or bail.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, no answer.
oh, is that a cocktail? It's supposed to be cocktails. This is just water.
This is just water as well. I can go get something. Let's see what I have.
You know what? Can you get me a cocktail?
I actually want to go with Frank. Frank seemed very impressed with time zones a second ago.
It wasn't me that was impressed.
It was the pot.
Indeed.
How high, Frank?
It was Samson.
Samson. Yep. So what you working on, Jacob? What's new?
See, nothing much photography wise. I mean, I've been trying to get back into live music as of recent, so trying to scope out a venue for a live stream.
Oh.
So
You're on one right now.
Yeah, break it out.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Pretty
Just
much.
kidding.
We were I'm pretty much just like I work at a venue in the city. Wait, just a quick question. Where's everybody from? Bay Area,
Oh,
East Coast?
LA-ish.
Yeah, Southern
Yes.
California over here.
Okay.
LA too, down in.
LA. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I work at a venue in the city. Ooh, ouch. And pretty much, every as you guys know, every concerts canceled for pretty much the next year or so.
Yeah.
So pretty much trying to put together a lot, start a platform, get that going. So like we're trying to find a venue with like a stage. We found one, but like the guy's been kind of like out of town or still out of town, but he says he's gonna be back. So he's kind of just like, on the border of just like, I'll come by when I get the chance, pretty much. But we found like a solid spot in West Oakland, and pretty much, my team and I are just like trying to keep it as like low budget but high quality. We have all the quality cameras we have, like video wise, but it's trying to get like live feed from a mixer to the computer to the recorders. I'm trying to figure out like what switchers I need, what equipment, other than like lighting and people. It's
Right.
pretty much like we have like we're trying to keep it relatively low, as low crew members as possible, like bare minimum. And yeah.
You have acts that are ready to.
Yeah, so like we're gonna start off for like it's gonna be like a monthly stream. We're thinking maybe it could turn into like something bi-weekly, weekly. But anyways, we're having a hip hop for the first set of for the first show and for the first stream, and from there we're just gonna move on to different genres that we have like that we've worked with already. So we're kind of just like gonna give them the stage that we did in the city, but a virtual stage. But pretty much we're gonna start off with hip hop, go on to like indie, and then maybe reggae, R&B, some maybe some jazz. Just depends, who we get in contact with, who's willing to do it. But yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to do. I just did a podcast with the drummer, a guy named Kurt Biscara, and he's like a real high caliber drummer. He did the recent Lion King movie and
Oh wow.
been playing drums for like 30 years. He's like one of the top people you call in Los Angeles. And man, music is just, those poor guys are just hurting. There's just no work.
Man,
no
exactly.
prospects. Yeah.
That's mostly
Like,
where the
I-
revenue was for artists, right? It was tour dates or tour
Yeah,
shows?
because the internet basically killed
Touring.
all of the publishing stuff.
Right.
The only way they make money is on the road.
Do you have
Yeah.
a name for your group or what you're doing, your project?
We're just gonna try and start either late August, early September, like either the last weekend of August or the first weekend of September, and then start that like monthly going, or depends how often we can get the venue as well. But as of recent, no one's really like rented the studio because I mean, COVID. But yeah, it's a pretty nice spot. It's
Does it have
crazy
to
how
be a studio, and can you just do it outside someone's
we
backyard?
we can, but we kind of want to bring in we kind of want to leave it like that stage, like an actual concert with like a big production, like with like moving lights and a full light design.
Mhm.
So like I've like what we've noticed over like the past few months with streaming, live streaming, is people aren't putting the effort that they do in shows. So like everyone's just playing like to IG live, right? And you're not getting, good audio quality like you're getting from like Twitch that's coming from like a DJ plugged directly into the computer or mixer, and then that's rerouted to like your computer. But like we just want to give like the big professional platform for artists.
So are you gonna buy this all yourself, or are you gonna like beg, borrow, and do what you can?
So I work for a production. I freelance for a production company,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna rent some lights, some stage monitors, a mixer, that we have.
Mhm.
And then everything else we already kind of have, like microphones, cables. And then engineer, I'm gonna have one of the engineers from the venue come by, mix it. And then we have a team of about, like 2 videographers. Oh, 2 excluding me, so 3. But I'm probably gonna be relied on like light design and camera switching if I can't get someone else to do it. But other than that, like we kind of have like a set idea of like, oh, each artist will come with their own DJ. In the transition parts, we'll have a house DJ or transition artists and DJs, and then trying to learn and get some ideas from like other streams, like graphics wise, promoting sponsors, how to make it look good other than just having a few cameras switch around.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's kind of just putting the pieces of the puzzle together, trying to get everyone on the same track, and then execution.
The best part.
People would love to hear music, I'm sure,
Yeah,
It'll be a while before they're going to be able to do it in the in-person style.
exactly. Like the only way people have been getting by through like live music is driving concerts, and Arizona through actually a few concerts, which is kind of insane. But
Wow.
but I was just like, okay, I'm like watching the video, I'm like, no one has a mask and it's like 40% capacity, and I'm like, that looks like a sold out show. But I was just like, okay.
Wow.
A show to remember.
A show to remember for sure. I was like,
Not for
okay.
long.
Not for long. I'm like, okay. And it's crazy. It was with a Bay Area artist too. I was like,
Wow.
And this is an indoor venue in Arizona.
yeah, it's an indoor venue in Arizona. Yeah, I gotta look it up, but
You guys
I
are
was just
saying
like,
it's like you're surprised at
wow,
this point.
there's a lot of people there.
No, but at the very least, I'd hope they try to do an outdoor venue at least a little.
Have you not been watching the live feeds to Florida? Their trying stopped a long time ago, Grace.
I know San Francisco has like a few outdoor venues, but with social distancing, it's gonna be hard. Like, what are you gonna do? Draw circles like in Dolores Park?
You should check out Zeitgeist. They're already set up for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Check out their Instagram feed. They're already set up for that.
Oh, wow. There's a place in the city called the Midway, kind of near like Chase Center. And it's like an indoor-outdoor venue, but I think they're gonna be trying some stuff soon too, if that. But pretty much like a lot of venues out here are closing, like are on the verge of closing.
Yeah.
I know that Outside Lands is taking tickets for next year's festival, and then Disturbed. I just got a notification for Disturbed. They're doing a concert, tour like next year.
Oh, that's
cool. A lot of people are still rerouting their concerts for the same touring time, like January, February.
Wait. The band Disturbed, Frank?
Yes.
You listen to the band Disturbed? I don't know why it surprises me.
I went through a huge Disturbed phase in middle school and high school.
Oh, actually, you know what? Actually, now that I think about your age, yeah, it would have been, huh? It would have been right up your alley at that age. Okay, that makes sense.
Also twice as old as Frank.
What's up, Jay?
Has anyone tried to photograph the comet?
Will tried to get me to go up there and do it. I told him no.
Why?
Because it's just a freaking comet. One person's going to photograph it, and it's going to be the same shot everyone else gets.
Hopefully. I was thinking about going over to Turnbull.
Okay, well, then you can be the person that shoots it.
Yeah.
And that will be the shot.
Oh, man, it's about the bonding experience doing it. It's not about the shot.
Oh, no, I agree with that, but
just leave the lens cap on.
Is bonding right now.
The lens cap on.
I need a longer lens though. I need the longest lens I can get my hands on, and I'm just going, what sports photographers do I know?
You have what systems do you have? You have the Canon FD, and then what else?
I have a Canon 60 Mark II,
Okay.
and so I was just gonna shoot with that, and then I'm gonna try to get a hold of some friends and see if anyone has a 400 millimeter I can borrow or longer.
I know the telescope ones are pretty not good, but I know that they're cheap on like Amazon or something.
Yeah, if you want to be limited to f8.
Oh yeah.
I have a
Yeah. and
F8 like 800 mil, 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mirrored lens.
1,000 millimeter spotting scope, but the resolution sucks because it's a spotting scope, but might try anyway. I think I get better clarity with like my iPhone 3. That sucker.
Wow.
And I do have a telescope, but I cannot find my tip of my tongue, that thing that makes it track. The little motor that makes your telescope track.
The special zoom with wires.
Yeah, I have no idea where it is. I also can't find my cable release for my camera. I don't even know where. Like, this is what happens when you don't shoot. Like, it all goes away.
Things walk.
That's true.
They
It's
just
like
walk
riding a bike.
away.
Yeah.
Your gear just leaves you.
Just take your phone,
Walks out the door.
aim it up in the air, and take a shot. Come on. We're professionals.
I can tie it to a balloon. See how high I can get.
Yep. Put on a timer.
Yeah. See how far my Bluetooth remote works. There's also like there's a whole bunch of stuff like I am finding like now that I'm cleaning up the house again, like cleaning through my garage. Like I don't know where the heck I used to have one of those flash brackets when I used to shoot weddings, and not that I ever shot weddings. I just went to weddings and shot at while I was there as a guest.
You didn't even know the people. You just went up to random weddings and
Crashers, too.
I used to be in a relationship with a Filipino. I swear, considering how big their family was, there was like a wedding like every other month. We were just going to, and everyone was roughly the same age, so it was just like wedding after wedding. So I was like, yeah. And I can't find my stupid flash bracket. I know I have one too. I bought it.
It's a bracket that goes on underneath on the tripod mount and it goes out to the side. One of those.
It hooks up to the camera, so it's on the camera, and then there's a place to mount your flash, so it's off camera.
Okay.
Oh, the TTL link.
Yeah, something like that, but I don't know where it is. I have no idea.
Let me guess. It's either white, yellow, black, or orange.
Black. Come on, you have to. It's unobtrusive, you know? Like, it has to match. It has to coordinate.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
would
remember my-
glitter one. If I can glitterify it, I would.
Yeah, my
Sounds
college specifically got it all in yellow, so we never lose one of those things.
Great
Wow.
idea.
Bought 30
Yeah.
of them, still lost 5.
It always happens. Like, we had 40 cameras. I don't know, but like the time I left, there was 32 of them. Although I think like I know who broke at least 3 of them, and I think David does too.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
Oh, our cameras. One student single-handedly broke at least 3 of them. Think.
One student.
That was me? What?
Shoot it?
No, think. Right,
The
you might know
student
too. Let's not name names, but we'll go.
with the state.
Yes, the state.
Okay, thank you.
In 2 semesters, I think he broke 3 cameras and 2
And a
ones.
drone, right?
And I think a drone. Oh yeah, the drone. I forgot about the drone.
Yeah.
5.
Oh man.
I think Ken got it.
Wow.
I actually heard that, and I think it was just a rumor, but I heard that he passed.
He
Really?
did. Just remember, you only need to see.
Wait, are we saying passed the class or passed as in died?
I think I heard that he died.
That's what I thought you were
What?
saying. Yeah,
I
that's
didn't hear that. I thought.
I
passed.
realized how you were reacting. That's why I thought I would clarify.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
I don't know if it's true, but I met a guy. I was putting my skateboard in the car at Cypress, and this guy came up to me, and I think he was on a skateboard too, and I can't remember what he wanted. He wanted something, but he supposedly knew him. You know,
Mhm.
they lived somewhere together or something like that. And he said that he had passed. I was just shocked. It's like, what?
Do you know what from?
He didn't say, because the guy that I met, he was pretty stressed out. You know, like he had a lot of anxiety, and I think he might have been homeless. I'm not sure, but he said he knew him. But he said that he heard that he had passed. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't
You
even know
never
if it was the same person, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Damn.
But I haven't seen him in classes and on campus or anything like that. You know.
I just assumed that was because certain people weren't in charge anymore to turn the other cheek.
That could be, you know, actually last time I saw him, I took a music class. It was actually for audio engineering. It was 2 falls ago. I saw him he yelled my name way across campus. He was skateboarding. That's
Sounds
the
like.
last time I saw him. Yeah.
So Jay, what school are you talking about that painted all yellow? All the equipment yellow.
So the TTL pieces, I went to Laney College. Currently, I still am going to it to get my photography major.
Nice. How far along are you in the course?
So I stopped for a full year, and so I'm 1/3 away from getting the certificate and 1/3 away from getting the degree.
Nice. How many units is what the core classes for the degree?
24.
See, everyone has 24 except us.
Wow. Pretty good.
And they're just looking at me like, do you realize you only need 2 more classes to get the certificate? And I was like, oh.
Hey, hold on one second. I just feel I need to interject right here. Grace,
Yeah.
you're still referring to it as us. I think you need to let go.
Oh. Yeah, I do.
That's a psychology thing that you just totally need to just.
Hey,
It's like
I say
Freudian.
us
It's
too.
over. It
Freud
cannot be
flip.
as over as it is.
Well, the thing is, the last conversation Ken and I had, we were talking about how intensive that degree was.
Yeah.
Yep, I was one class from every single degree. One class that was never offered.
Which
Every
certificate.
single degree. So, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I take your 2 classes, Jay, and I raise you.
Raise you 12.
But then I also realized that I was literally just there to take the classes at that point, and I already knew enough that I could just figure out the rest.
You already have a bachelor's.
I wasn't there to get a bachelor's in anything. And I have first of all, okay, I have a bachelor's from the University of Phoenix Online. That's like 1 degree above Trump University. I got that bachelor's because I wanted to literally say I have a bachelor's, and that's the only reason. I mean, it doesn't do anything. If anything, it annoys the fuck out of me because it just means that I'm on their freaking mailing list when they constantly bug me for money.
An idea. Let's get the the doctorate from Universal Life Church.
Universal
I'm sorry.
Life Church. What is
Wait,
that?
wait. Are you making fun of the freaking church that I'm ordained through right now?
And I'm ordained too. I married 2 couples with that thing.
Well, I married 1 couple, but it was a hell of a couple to marry.
Oh yeah.
True.
Oh, and I also hosted a funeral.
What? For a
Yep.
human being?
I was the MC, for lack of a better term.
Yep.
MC.
I can sadly say I've shot a funeral.
Master of ceremony.
And I actually have, let's see, what do I have right here? Here's my clergy parking pass.
Oh, I don't have one of those.
Well, then you, Missy, didn't pay the $20 to the company.
$20.
I got that just for the credentials.
It is. It's in this box that my
Oh.
laptop's on.
Hey, Nope's kind of back.
I'm back. Hi.
After
Yay.
technical difficulties.
It's kind of funny.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, Nof sounds like she's about to crash at any second, so let's let her talk.
I was saying it disconnected out of nowhere, and I had to reconnect using my phone because my laptop is just being whack right now.
What kind of laptop?
But I did.
I see your parking pass. This is my Universal Life Church press pass.
Oh, hold on. Are we doing that? Let me get my wallet.
Go and tell.
Can't believe you guys have these.
Oh, it's right.
I
They have
have.
disposable income.
Where is it? Let's see. AAA, AMC, Regal, Costco, APA, Orange Coast College, Cypress College. Where the hell
Has
is it?
APA hit you up at all?
A little bit. But I mean, I'm just like the lowest supporter, just so I could put on my resume that I have a
A membership?
membership, to a professional thing, and not be a liar. Oh, where is it? I don't have it. Oh, nope, there we go. Boom, my credentials in card form.
Oh, see, I don't
Shiny.
have a card form. I have it.
Wow,
You
that
pay the
thing is shiny.
$20.
Matt,
Well, I
Matt
have the
Black
certificate.
is shiny.
With-
Isn't that nice? It's gold reflect.
It's
Wow.
Yeah.
wow. That's fucking
This
legit.
puts me in the gold tier closer to God. And
Spend
not
more
just
money.
your God, but your God and your God and your God and your lack of God.
Hey, I'm an agnostic atheist, man.
So spaghetti monster then.
I do believe in
Yes.
spaghetti monster. Oh, I worship the spaghetti monster.
May his tentacles bless thee.
It's
His
popsicles,
noodly
first of all.
It's noodly appendage, actually.
Yeah.
Noodly appendage, yes.
Popsicles.
It's been a while since I practiced, so
You must get back in your Pastafarian ways.
I have to find my pass.
You have one too?
I have a work pass that I haven't used now in officially a year and a half.
oh. There you go.
Frank, Frank, you're supposed to get one too.
Yep.
Oh, I also have this Habitat photography pass that I stole from their photographer.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I want one of those. What do I have?
It's literally a piece of paper that's just laminated. I could make you one if you want, Grace.
Oh, okay.
The hell are those?
Press pass from Burning Man.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's pretty good.
all my other
Damn it, I think
passes
you're gonna
are
win
at
with this
home.
one.
Let's see.
All right, everyone start whipping out their wallets. Let's see what's in there.
Yeah.
I don't carry a wallet.
Well, I have mine. I think I have like 20 passes at home. I do have Apple's pass from working the Apple iPhone release.
Ooh.
So they have to give you 2 badges for that one. I think that was the most weirdest event I've ever worked.
Since this is being recorded, I can't really show you this. I'll show you the back of it, I guess.
I know how it is.
This is the back of my Oscars pass.
Nice. I have a couple SF Fashion Community Week passes.
Oh, I forgot about. I have those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the back of my Golden Globes pass.
Mm.
Nice. I do have a Cypress College press pass that we printed out.
I'm sure it doesn't look anything like that.
No.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's the OG. That's the OG
Yeah.
pass.
Oh, here's one from the register. This one is legit. I also work in the register.
Nice.
Back when we had newspapers.
Oh, does this count? It's my
No.
Disney photo pass.
Yes.
You get a picture
Yeah,
taken.
that does. That does. Mhm.
Wait, you're talking about the extra $10 you had on your ticket to get a photo pass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I gave Disney more money than I should have.
Well, now that's just the most basic pass.
It really is. Well, actually, now they have the COVID pass where you could just go straight to the front of the line and lick the roller coaster yourself.
I'm trying to find other passes. What do I have in here? My God. Oh, shooter.
Which one's that one?
Sports shooter.
Sports shooter.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Our VIP pass for when we went to Conan O'Brien as a club.
Oh, that's so cool.
I was there.
You were there. I actually have a picture of us all hanging out there, hanging in my room somewhere.
Do you think if we invited him, he would join next time?
All swamp hacks.
Conan O'Brien?
Yes.
Well, he does advertise that he needs a friend, so maybe.
So
Yeah,
what camera do you have closest to you right now? What's your closest?
Oh, that's
camera?
a good one.
iPhone?
Ah, okay.
Out of all things,
This is mine.
I broke Instax with new phone.
Is that one there?
Nice.
Jacob, what is that?
It's a broken
Ooh.
Instax with new film.
Oh, that doesn't count, Michael.
I guess I do.
Oh,
We have this on me.
Where's
A
my-
Oh, here.
camera. Oh, okay.
Let me go get a camera you guys may have never seen before. Maybe.
I just cleaned my desk, so I don't have a lot of things on my desk.
Yeah, all mine are at my other place.
Mine's right here.
Oh, that's nice.
Dead point and shoot.
Ooh, classic.
Pancake.
Oh,
The Sony, David.
Yeah, I actually was cleaning out my 90 millimeter because
What is
we gotta
that? Jacob. That's
This
your.
is all my shit talking earlier.
well,
Another
This is the
broken
closest
camera.
film camera to me.
Oh yeah.
There's the Planar I've talked shit about.
That looks beautiful.
6x9.
I
Horseman
just
back.
found it. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, his horseman.
This is a Polaroid camera.
Yes. Have you shot it?
I have
Oh,
it.
cool. That looks like an X-ray machine or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Or like that thing that spits in your eye.
here's my
Like to the
bike.
doctor's office.
Is that the dental or
Oh,
the
yeah.
passport? That's the passport, right?
This is, I think it's forensic.
Forensic. God damn.
Right? That does look forensic.
It looks sterile.
Oh my God, there's two batteries in here. I should take them out.
What does forensic mean? It has two handles, so you're steadier looking at the body. I mean,
It
It
just
doesn't look like
don't put it
cash.
under a black light. That's what it means.
Huh,
It doesn't look
there's a number
casual.
4 in here. I'm guessing there's still film. Whoops. Yeah, but anyway.
What was that you had, David?
the Viking that Rager broke.
Rager broke it?
Yeah, he replaced it, but he also broke. I kept the broken one too.
How did he break it?
It was kind of not working, so he said, "Can we take it apart for class?" And so I said, "Sure." And so he took it apart beyond the ability to put it back together, and so he ended up buying me another one and just replacing it.
That's badass.
It was a fun experiment, though, watching him dissect a camera in class.
That would be cool. Like, how often do you get to see that? You know, someone's willing to take apart a camera in front of you.
As often as you'd like, I guess. I used to do it for a very long time.
Yeah, but that's your world you live in.
Not necessarily, no. I would call it an advanced hobby at best. I get paid from time to time, but it's not serious.
He says humbly.
Sorry, I'm putting stuff away.
I think once I'm done with school, I'll take myself more seriously. I mean, just 2 more weeks and we're done.
I don't think that happens.
School still exists.
Yeah, I'm part of the last graduating class of SFAI. There's only like 20 of us.
Nice.
What?
Got out of there right before they go down.
As they're going down.
Well, it's not a rumor. This is happening. There's going to be a fall semester.
Oh shit! Really?
I've heard that, but like they're not accepting new students, are they?
Well, who'd you hear that from? Because there's only like 12 of us that know that.
I've heard it in various. I can't really divulge who I've heard it from, but
Oh, okay.
He knows.
But
No, they're not accepting new students.
that's what I was hoping. Yeah.
I just
only-
got offered an extension to finish my double major because I had to settle for a minor at the moment. But
What's
it
your
looks
double
like
major?
it's printmaking.
Oh, kill.
Yeah.
Can that be done online, printmaking? Can you take a class on printmaking online?
I'll let y'all know in December.
Oh, you are going to? Okay.
They're kind of advanced, so I'm supposed to take. I took some crazy classes this past semester that finished off online. So, like, I finished off letterpress online, but I ended up doing polymer plates, and all you need is kind of like when you're doing a cyanotype, except rather than just doing it, with agitation, you need like a light brush to scrape the polymer off of the exposed polymer plate.
Interesting.
But what I did was I took the very first nude woman photographed ever from National Geographic, and then I converted the image into ASCII, and then I made the ASCII font into the polymer plate, and then I printed it with my card.
I see that. Do you have it on you?
It's kind of accessible.
You don't do it next time if it's not. I'm
You're
super
gonna make
curious.
Michael run back and forth this whole time.
I
I just want to see it
have
naked lady.
Okay.
Right, that black bench that I packed with all the prints, it's right here.
Damn.
I just haven't opened it because I haven't had a fucking reason to.
So the thing that stuck out with what you were just saying to me is that people pay attention to the nudity in National Geographic, as opposed to like if you said it was the first Playboy Playmate, yeah, okay, that's a thing that I would imagine people paying attention to. But do people buy National Geographic for the nudity?
Yeah, there's this huge fetishization of us POC, man. That's kind of the issue at the moment.
Wow.
It's historic. It's not new.
I'll be back. I gotta top off my cocktail.
Yeah, that shit ain't accessible, Grace. Sorry.
All right.
Like, I don't want to start taking shit apart.
Don't make a mess.
One thing
Sorry, a mess. I don't want to make more of a mess.
One thing I did start doing in quarantine was making my own paracord
Oh yeah.
reps.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have an Etsy shop yet?
No, because I don't believe in like selling that kind of shit. Like the Etsy shops really bug the shit out of me. I'm sorry.
The very last person that ever made one of these paracord bracelets for me was a guy I met in basic training and went through Ranger selection with. I still have it, but long story short, he's no longer with us.
Oh.
But I think it's cool that paracord's a thing now, I guess.
Right.
Like I see them a lot in camera straps. I like them as keychains, but they're useful as bracelets. I think Frank knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Have you guys bought any really expensive thing like some $10,000 lens or a boat or something like that, in reaction to COVID?
Yeah, I just bought an escape yacht for
Have
when it
any
really
of
gets
you
bad.
had $10,000 of cash since COVID started? Or I don't think anyone's making money, Ken.
Well, you get I got friends that got like loans for their businesses and they bought boats and.
What? Oh my god.
That's a great idea.
Almost about to buy the most expensive lights for photography and videography.
But then you decided you wanted to eat this month, or what?
It's more as doing the slow. I need to do this first. I need to do this first. I need to do this first.
Priorities. Damn them.
But literally, a couple clients have literally told me, it's like, yeah, so can you have the lights by August 15th? So.
Oh my god.
I'm like, you're gonna pay me enough to do it, right?
So my thing I'm thinking about getting.
Put on the
We're
invoice.
like, no, but we'll give you great coverage on our Instagram.
I know, right? Not aperture, Sterilite. So ice lights.
Mm. Any modifiers with that?
That adds another $500 to the bucket that I tried.
That sheet is.
Used, I've seen them very low drop to probably about $3,000. And then they usually go about $5,000 for 8 lights in total.
It's not bad, really.
No.
Well, if one of them drops, yes.
That's what
Because they're
And that's another 10 grand.
exactly.
That's what
Because
the insurance is for, man.
Well, yes and no. If you buy them used, you don't have insurance. If you
course
buy
you
them
do.
brand new, because they are non-American lights.
No, of course you have insurance on them used. You just have to have the receipt.
That's one way to look at it. Okay, well, true. But yeah, it's the Stera lights have about 8 hours of battery life, and they can change any color on the fraction of the light. So
Cool.
Right back.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a good toy.
yes, it's gonna be very fun for any fitness lighting shoots, and friends that film music videos are all asking me like, can I rent them out from you? And I'm looking at them and like, do I even trust a single one of them dropping? Because I've seen one set of them drop, and I've seen one of them, of course, cracked. And so it's really scary watching one of those crack because you hear it from the other side of the room because it's a giant cylindrical glass tube. So yeah.
So then you don't rent them to them, you rent yourself to them and you bring the lights.
Exactly.
Solution.
Yeah, you
I know.
charge the operation costs, man. That's what the degree is for.
Yep.
Your non-business business degree.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting process living with those things.
How durable are they? I haven't actually handled one.
So an ice light, the Asteras have their own travel kit that charges them. So it's way easier
Ooh.
than just plugging them in and keeping them fixed, similar to Quasars. So they're the rival company to Quasars. But so the thing is, like, they're also wireless. So they're magnetic, so you can actually add it to anything magnetic in the area, attach it to a wall, anything. And so a lot of people use it for music videos, like I would say, who's the last one I just seen it for? DJ Khaled and a few others, they use a lot in their music videos. Those are those lights specifically. They can just change within, of course, a tablet. So they're app controlled. It's pretty cool because you can actually do like a custom pattern to like the person's song and stuff. I've been using a lot of Quasars for fitness shoots, and I've used a few Asteras for it. So I have to learn the software and stuff. That software is really complicated. But
Have you
yeah,
like the Westcott flex lights,
say it again.
the Westcott, the flex lights, the ones that are like that can fold up and roll up.
I saw those. There is multiple. There's a couple German companies that are rival to those. A whole lot cheaper.
They are. I'm just wondering if they're as bright is the thing.
They're not as bright, I would say. But they're useful. I mean, you'd still have to put a diffuser on them, so
Yeah. I just
That's
like the thought that you could wrap them around a pole, or you can like duct tape them to a wall or something, or gaffer's tape.
true. But then you can also just use fairy lights, $15 from the store.
You could, but it's the light output that I'm like concerned about.
True. I know for the studio I used to work for, what we did is we just took off the cover casings for the bulbs for the fairy lights that change colors that you buy off the store. So technically, yeah, I mean, you can spend either $20 and just keep getting fairy lights, or you can spend $900 and
You could, but then also you have to think about the flicker. Like, you know, what rate do they flicker at? Because you know, at least the Westcotts. So if you're using a slower shutter speed, then
yeah, that's the issue with also buying the Asteras. Currently, my friends are like, oh, you can get the lower grade, like so there's the 6 foot, the 8 foot, and the 10 foot tubes. The 10-foot tubes are way above my budget. They are a minimum without the case $8,000. So there's no way in the world I'm spending that over COVID-19.
I feel like you can also get a vehicle to transport that in. I don't think it fits in an average trunk.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't have a studio car yet. So I'm probably getting the 6 foot or maybe the 8 foot. I'm definitely getting the 6 feet. I already told the people, I'm like, and there's no way I'm getting the 8 foot tubes. They already cost way too much just in general. Because of course, when everyone who's bought them, they haven't tested the limit of when the tubes die out. So we don't know the lifespan since it's a newerish company. It's probably about 4 or 5 years old if I remember correctly. So people are selling their older versions now and they still work. Of course, some tubes die out and you just rebuy a new one. I believe each tube alone is like 400. It's from I think 600 to 900 bucks. The only issue is, of course, there's no point in buying 1 or 2 tubes because then you have to buy the cable with it, and you have to buy an Android tablet or Apple tablet, and also then you have to have a custom case for the thing. The case already costs 800 bucks. So to get a combo deal with the case and the lights is way cheaper. Also includes
Huh? It makes me want to go to Home Depot and just like get shop lights and hope I can find gels.
Yeah,
we did that in the class with Bruce Hershey.
I have a question for y'all. Are y'all talking about tungsten lights or LED lights, just for some clarity?
So these are ice lights. They can change any color through LED.
Are they DMXable?
Say it again?
Are you, like, can they connect to DMX like XLRs? To like go into like a console or something?
So they actually don't connect to the actual camera. They connect to a tablet. So it's easy to have a PA on set. Yeah, it's a really easy wireless setup. So it's more like easier for continuous lighting. That's what they're mainly used for.
Got it. Yeah.
But then you can do the type of continuous lighting where you can control any colors. So like I've done now a couple sets with the Quasars and other off-brand Quasars to change color for different models. So then I'm supposed to be doing an Aztec theme photo shoot. And so I love the picture with a cartoon drawing, but I'll actually remake it. So it's gonna have blue, red, and purple behind, 2 lights on the side and a light blue in front. So that's the cool thing you can do with this there. So that kind of creativity. As well as for fitness lighting, you can have half the light be red and half the light be blue. So you can have the arm just actually be entirely separate lighting for each side of the arm. So yeah,
Nice.
that's the main.
Like, when would I use that?
That's why I say it's mostly muscle lighting photo shoots. Other than that, it's mostly creative lighting, movie, cinematic effects. So yeah.
So you said it's off a tablet. Is it Bluetooth or from the same Wi-Fi network?
Bluetooth.
That's fucking awesome.
That's exactly what I'm like, I can drop this and be the next investment for the next like 2 years.
And what do I want next? I don't even know what I want. I'm at that point where I'm like, I think, oh, I know what I want. I want a Glowforge. I want one so bad. It's like a laser cutter.
Oh, I see.
Are you gonna engrave certain things on like the lenses, or what you gonna engrave?
I have no idea. I think I'm just gonna cut up random shit.
Why don't you start with the Cricut, Grace, and then move up to a Glowforge?
No. I'm beyond the Cricut. Like, I want to make a like Settlers of Catan. They have like a.
Oh.
Nope, she's out. All right, next.
Sometimes she comes back. She's got sort of a
great.
poor internet signal. Oh, she's back.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So wait, you want to make your own version of Settlers of Catan when you could just go out and buy several versions of that game?
Yes.
Have not convinced me to get a Lightforge yet.
No, or like what else do I want? I don't know. There's so much shit I want to make with it. I'll make random dioramas for no reason.
So what do you think about 3D scanners
3D scanners
and 3D printers?
I haven't thought of anything I want to 3D print yet that I can't get done at the library.
The library.
What library has a 3D
3D printer.
I
What
wanna go to that.
library am I about to go join, Grace? Tell me.
Yeah, I'm about to go to this one. Hold on.
LA City Library, the one that's by Central Market or whatever.
On Hill over there?
On LA.
Hmm.
They have one. They have two.
How much is the library card there?
It's free.
It's free, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, that's worth the trip.
And now there will be a line.
Yeah.
Well, rather in 2021 when they reopen, there will be a line. No, if you want to get into something, Grace, get one of those $17,000 T-shirt printers. That's what you need to get into.
I want to have a real company that print to order kind of things, like, you know, just design stuff. Like, I want to have a T-shirt that says "Make lap, not war." Lap is a high dish.
Okay, at $17,000 for a printer, let's come up with at least 10 slogans before you buy one.
Hey, y'all, I got an easy one for you. Y'all can do this on your own and just circulate this. I turned this in for school, but I'll show y'all a couple of iterations if you want to rile up some people. All you need is a $1 bill. And it seems like we're all on the same wavelength, so I'll show you. Put that in the circulation. Oh, here we go.
You need to be a little closer.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
All right, so y'all get it?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what does it
Nice.
spell? Does it spell anything for you?
Reddit, TNT.
Not
I guess
yet.
not.
Think about this for
You
long.
don't need no t-shirt maker.
Oh, I see.
So I did it with a crayon and I just cut the shit out without a Cricut and without a laser cutter.
Nice. Okay, I see it.
Yay!
I love it. Killer, dude.
Keep it accessible for your art. Don't make it complicated for your audience.
Ah.
No, I'm making it complicated for me.
Yeah, she gets really testy if she understands the message she's giving.
Thing is, if I don't understand it, I can claim it's profound.
It's actually very true, and therefore it's higher art. Oh, I guess it's time to go check on the chicken and rice.
Oh.
So let's see, who hasn't talked? Let's pick on Guillermo. He looks like he needs to be picked on. Oh, look at him switching screens. You were checking out something else. What were you Googling, sir?
I was editing some video.
What, this isn't good enough? This isn't riveting enough for you?
It is, but I was.
He's a multitasker.
I had to work on it.
What are you editing, man?
He has two screens.
A podcast.
You do a podcast?
Yeah, it's so my I interviewed a professor of mine during the semester for a podcast for a magazine reporting class, and he asked me if we could continue on with the conversation, like, because he has an organization for economic democracy, and it's him and like two of his interns, and it's gonna be us doing the hosting, like, of the podcast. So
Nice.
it's the first one.
What's the catchy title that you're coming up with?
It's in Spanish, Sembrando Ideales, also known as planting ideals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
At
like-
least you're thinking with a marketing mind right there.
Are you part of that movement too?
What happened?
Like, are you part of that organization? I guess is what I mean.
Oh, now I am, I guess.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna be part of it, the podcast part of it, because I want to do it like a monthly thing.
Oh, okay. But as far as like what they're representing, I'm
Oh yeah, I'm for it too. Yeah,
Oh,
like that's the reason why I want to do it, because
that's
we
cool.
need economic democracy.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Do you have a link or something, or a future link maybe?
Yeah, I have one to the one that I did with him. Like, I've only done one ever where I interviewed him, I have it on SoundCloud.
And what do we think of it if we were critiquing it ourselves? Do you see room for improvement, or do you think you were just hit it right out of the park?
I think, hopefully you guys like it.
Okay, so who else here has a podcast?
I have one.
Oh, we're not talking about yours. Can you just hit
You.
record and post
I
whatever's up?
used to have a podcast.
Who was that? I missed that.
Jay.
Okay, Jay, what was your podcast?
I used to be a tech blogger.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah,
What kind of tech in particular?
headphones, VR, gaming. Before I got on the NDA stuff where I couldn't stream and do any other thing anymore.
Aw.
Before you started
How long
making money.
How long before the
Well,
non-compete?
Well, before I started making the corporate money.
Well, that's the only way to make money anymore.
Yeah.
So what was the last product you reviewed, just so we get an idea of the timeline?
Ooh, let me check my Instagram real quick on YouTube. I mean, I just got sponsored another item, but my last video, Som Sleep. It was a sleeping drink. They sent me a case of drinks.
That doesn't seem very techy.
Well, there were microchips planted in them, and now they're tracing him.
Nanotechnology.
Yeah.
They were to help you sleep after you spend multiple days online.
When your eyes can no longer shut from staring at a computer for 36 hours straight.
Yes.
Oh, those are my World of Warcraft days.
Wow. All right, let's see. Who else has talked in a while? How about you, Jacob? What's the last podcast you listened to, Jacob?
Let's see. Wow, I don't know. It's probably been a minute. Let's see my Spotify.
I recommend I Had a Conversation.
It's funny because you mispronounced Hada.
I have to head out. I'm getting a phone call, so
Right,
head to
Jay.
work.
Bye,
And mask.
That's right. Put that mask on
Easy.
before you get the phone call. Don't get caught.
I'm gonna head out too.
Okay, God.
It's getting late over here, and I got stuff to do still.
I still see light. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I see light too.
It's about to be 8 o'clock. Sun doesn't go down till like 9.
Yeah, right.
Good to see you, Michael.
Hey, good to see y'all too.
Haven't heard from Noof in a while. She's quiet.
From who?
No.
I know my AC's on. I just don't want to disturb anyone. It's super loud.
I can't hear it if
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So tell us,
what kind of
what podcast were you listening to last?
me?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to one in a while, but in my last class we did like a horror movie podcast. So we like reviewed movies and watched a bunch. It was pretty fun, but we didn't publish it anywhere. It was just for class.
I'd actually love to listen to your perspective on that because you have like no pop culture history and therefore like you don't know like the common horror movie tropes, I'm sure. Like what movie did you watch?
Oh, The Invisible Man. We watched the 1963 version of it, and then we watched the new one, which was like aired before COVID hit.
Okay.
Ooh, what happened?
They didn't throw in the Chevy Chase one either?
Sorry, what?
They didn't throw in the Chevy Chase version of The Invisible Man?
No.
It's an awful movie. Don't watch that one. So what did you think? What did you like review it quickly for us?
Of which one? The old one or the new one?
Compare and contrast.
Well, the old one is pretty boring, but the techniques they used, having like the technology they had back then was pretty amazing. Making like someone go invisible, but the new one was definitely more interesting and I guess more intriguing compared to the old one. The old one was kind of tacky.
Is the new one the one with Elizabeth Moss?
Yeah,
Okay, I haven't seen that, but I've heard really, really good things about it.
yeah, it's pretty good. You should check it out.
They said it has a lot more to do with like domestic abuse and like stalkers in that sense, and yeah.
Yeah. And the old one has to do with like a mad scientist going crazy and wanting to take his revenge on the world. But
That's
yeah.
how we've moved as a society, I've noticed actually. Like back then, like everything we did was grandiose like that. Like we wanted to take over the world. Now we're just like trying to get back at our ex. I mean, that seems to be how life is lately.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm trying to figure out WordPress.
Why?
I hate
WordPress.
WordPress.
Why is anyone still trying to figure out WordPress? Move on.
People still use it.
Yes, well, hospitals still use outdated stuff. That doesn't mean they should. It's just people are forced to.
It's still doing more of what I want it to do than Wix is.
Oh, that kills me inside.
I know.
What do you want it to do? Be a document on the web? Because that's basically all WordPress is.
I don't know. It's just easier to link with my Shopify.
Okay. We're going to have a side talk here at some point, Grace, and I will help you with your web design stuff. If you really, truly think that WordPress is hitting everything you need, then yeah, we definitely need to have a long discussion.
See, here's the thing with Wix. Like, I don't like the templates and design and stuff like that I can pick from. And
Yeah, I agree.
And if I'm gonna have to learn how to do shit, I might as well learn how to do it in WordPress.
Okay, and just hear me out.
Okay.
Learn coding.
I'm doing that too. Oh my God, I'm trying to learn HTML5. I'm learning CSS. I'm learning Java. I'm learning MySQL right now.
Okay, Java I think is on its way out. I don't see it being around much longer.
Yeah.
HTML5, well, I mean, because really HTML5 encompasses everything at this point. So even CSS is probably a little outdated, but yeah, it's good to know. Keep Dreamweaver alive.
Not about Dreamweaver. That was the first thing I ever used.
Yeah, see, so why are you regressing then? You used that back then. Why would you go back to WordPress?
I don't know how to use it. The last time I used Dreamweaver was 2000. Okay. It was not long after I started college. So there's a lot of things for me to catch up on if I have to relearn that. If I'm going to have to learn anything, it's going to be WordPress at this point.
Oh my God.
Why code anything though? I mean, everything's been coded pretty much.
Well, that's what Wix is all about. It's everything's coded and you use something like that. However, it is limited. It's very limiting.
Like
Yeah.
customization, right?
Yeah. So like you have to figure out what exactly you want out of your webpage. If you want it to, I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, Grace, but you're more of an artist. So you have a very specific look that you want everything to be.
Vision.
Yeah, a vision, yeah. And so somebody with a vision like that, Wix is very limiting. And like even like my website is Wix based, but I go in there and recode everything that I possibly can. I've learned the limits of what you can and can't recode within Wix.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I could do that. I could learn Wix, but if I'm going to learn something, it might as well be how to do it on WordPress.
I don't know. To me, it just sounds like you're like, well, I want to be a chef, but if I'm going to be a chef, I'm going to just learn to do TV dinners because that's all I'm into. I get fed it away. That's literally what you're sounding like to me.
Or also, it's like if I want to be a chef, I'm going to design, cooking utensils. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's just
that's what coding website is. Like
I'm
I
gonna
would let
make
that
the
be something else.
cooking utensils myself.
I'm going to make the cooking utensils out of food, and then you can eat them when you're done.
I would let somebody else have all that worry, Grace, because it's
would.
like that's such a can of worms. Coding and then web hosting and then PPH, and is your PPH where it's supposed to be? And oh my God.
It is. And for right now, I'm using a template. And so it's fine, but I'm also learning it so I can kind of tweak it as I learn.
You're using a template in WordPress.
Yes, right now.
It's all pretty much templates, but
Excuse me a second. I need a moment.
I would focus all my time on selling, not the development of websites.
I would, except that I'm not looking for like exact pixel by pixel, so that doesn't matter to me. But I want it to look a certain way, or at least as close as I can, and so I would rather use a template that's close, and then as I learn it, I can tweak. But I'm also needing to learn WordPress because Shopify is very similar, and
It's easy to use with a Shopify.
yeah. And the Shopify is for the dropship store, so that is the selling that I'm trying to do.
Right.
How much is a dropship?
How much is a dropship store?
No, just a dropship. I thought you were selling dropships.
No.
No, like she sells stuff and she doesn't have to hold the inventory.
I was just making a bad joke. Just ignore me and move on.
That was pretty bad.
Michael actually has a few workflows and tools to help speed along the process of building a website by hand, basically.
Oh.
In the link to his website, but he has like elements in it where you can't save his photos, that's easy to navigate through, and he's told me about a huge stigma with like Wix and all those websites. So I've kind of gone off using those, but I haven't really built my website yet.
Yeah. Oh, another reason that I am also on a self-hosted WordPress site is because of affiliate marketing. There's a lot of agencies that don't want you on a platform like Wix. They want you to be on a self-hosted site.
Makes sense.
So
why is that? No, I'm
Can you
not
say that one more time?
Why is that? Why does it have to be self-hosted?
I think it's just because, like, in case, Wix wants to do something like, oh, you violated the terms, now you can't have it, now you're going to lose everything.
Okay.
I don't really know, but I know that it has made a difference to people that it has to be self-hosted.
Well, doesn't Wix have somewhat control over the amount of hosting that you can do through, advertisement to some degree of what you can advertise through their sites and not, regardless of whether or not you pay it premium?
I don't know. I never looked into it. Like once I heard that, I was like, I guess, if I'm going to do it, WordPress it is, self-hosted it is.
Well, I hope you at least make your WordPress look like it's not from WordPress.
Oh no, it totally does.
Okay.
It totally does. It's just going to take a while. It'll probably take me at least another 6 months to get to the point where it doesn't, I'm learning. My brain does not work as fast as it used to. Yeah. My brain really doesn't work like it used to. It does not pick up on things as intuitively as I used to do. I remember like back in the day, I don't know if this happens to you guys, like, but you used to pick up something and like, you just figured out how it worked. And now it's like, I'm staring at it going, fuck. I have to go look up a YouTube tutorial on this shit.
I could definitely feel that, but it's more, I asked the question, do I need to figure this out? Nah.
We've actually reached that point in humanity, I think, that we don't have to figure out a lot of stuff on our own. And that's
No.
people don't think for themselves at all in any capacity anymore.
I actually watch more YouTube now than anything else.
Grace.
And she
All
froze
right,
again.
and she's gone. Let's finish that sentence. I watch more YouTube than anything. Go, Frank.
That I used to watch in Zajac class.
That's not true because Zajax only watched YouTube.
Just YouTube, exactly.
Zajac did use YouTube in our class.
Yeah, not just YouTube, but the same YouTube videos from 10 years ago that he was teaching with.
Was it what's the guy's name? Lee Veris?
Hmm?
Was it Lee Veris that Zajac used?
Oh, is that the name? because we
Yeah,
were actually
We're gonna look
trying
that
to
up right
remember it.
now.
Yeah, look it up right now, Frank, because we were looking for that name the other day.
Yes. Well,
Make
he would
notes,
also
Frank.
use the OG videos
Yeah.
with like the color casting and everything.
I mean, I remember one of the videos he literally said, like, this is the video I learned from, and it's still applicable to today. And it's
That's
like,
the Lee Varys. That's the Lee Varys one.
okay. Yep, we need to get that one, Frank. Look it up.
I think this is it. Hold on.
It's about how to make a what is it, a high school shot, isn't it? Like how to touch up a shot to make it look
Does it
like.
have the phrase croppings for farmers? Because that's the one we're looking for.
I don't remember.
I want to see this now.
Hold on.
Provide the link.
Find the book.
Provide the link.
I'm just going to hit up Zajax and just ask for his master link. He's not using it anymore.
That's a good
I've been
point.
saying that for years.
I know. Well, I've been saying it for weeks, Frank. Let's be realistic. It just feels like years because of what we're in right now.
Have much of you guys left the house much at all, or like gone out much? Or are you trying
lot.
to be good and social distance?
I'm taking care of 2 octogenarians and my mother who's recovering from cancer. So no, I don't get out when I'm trying to be respectful of other people. But that being said, I still need to go out about once every couple of weeks for supplies and stuff.
Yeah, I have to go on my foraging runs too.
And I'll go for a drive if I really just feel the need to get out of the house without getting out.
So what do you guys cook at home, or do you guys order food in, or how are you guys handling food?
I've been cooking for 4 months.
Wow.
I mean, I've had a few meals. I had one meal at a friend's house when I screwed up and ended up eating at their house. And then let's see, one friend brought food over here. That's another time I screwed up because I invited them into the house when they brought the food. So I've had potential contaminations a few times, maybe 3 or 4 times. And then a little, once in a while the kids, I'll take them to Burger King or something, or like Sam Woo's barbecue.
Sam Woo's.
The green beans, right?
I don't know everything. Dim sum.
Yeah.
I miss dim sum. I miss
So
little
mostly
part.
I've been eating at home, cooking at home and everything,
So what'd you have for dinner tonight, Ken?
I made chicken and
Rice.
I knew I was going to do this.
Rice.
I thought you were just
He
joking.
got here late.
I already ate.
I think that was the last couple times too.
Probably.
He didn't say he was cooking a very big menu. He just said he was cooking.
Well, now my daughter is vegan. Maybe it's been 2 months, so it's challenging, because I have to figure out a meal that I could make that she can eat, and then I could add meat to mine. So like the other day I made marinara, pasta, and then on the side a bunch of greasy meat for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my latest challenge. Cooking food.
My daughter's turned vegan, so I'm looking for a way to hide meat and call it something else in her meals. That's what I was expecting you to say.
See if this works.
Oh, did you find it?
Yes.
Oh,
We'll see if this works.
Oh, this is it.
So my iPad's from 2013, so
Let's see.
Just from the title, I think this is Chewy's. I don't think this is.
I don't know. I hope so. So for everyone else, we had a portrait class.
What the hell was that class?
What was that class? It wasn't portrait, because that
It
was
wasn't portrait. No.
Digital?
Well,
might have been
It might have
digital.
been
digital photography class.
Digital touch-up and techniques, I think is what it was.
Yeah. We basically would have a darkened classroom and just this playing.
Yeah, it was
Oh my God.
night class.
It's 48 minutes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Why do you think
We're not gonna
we
watch
think
the
this
whole
is
thing.
what we did for our class? This is it. This is the entirety of.
Yeah, this is the class.
Oh man, I was actually thinking he was only showing clips.
No.
Well,
Oh,
no, he would sometimes if he wanted to put 2 or 3 videos into the lecture.
Can you guys hear it?
No, I can't even see it.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
There's no screen going on.
Interesting. Hold up.
YouTube has found a way to block people from stealing on Zoom.
It might not show this, might not play the sound because we're all talking. I'm not positive.
Yeah, but it was 53 seconds and it was a blank screen. I'm assuming it would play the video.
We could probably just send it to you, Ken.
Send me the link and I'll try to do it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Message me the
YouTube
link.
probably has it locked.
Yeah, and there's I don't know if this is Chairwees or not, but it might be.
So I mean, I'm
And
sure the information
one of
from
our
these
other
videos was
unnamed
good.
friends.
I'm sure the information from these videos were really good, but it was very distracting.
Yes.
Joey's.
Yeah, it was. So basically, imagine Dr. Ruth talking about redrawing eyeballs. And so to where you, well, yeah, so you go in there and then you add the little cherry of light in her eyes, and
That might be right. Yeah, that might have been the one.
That's awesome.
oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, here we go.
Look at that title.
You can't hear it, huh? It doesn't.
No, it's fine. You're learning just enough.
We'll do some shading and shaping. with a
Oh, there you go.
There you
I
go.
hear it now.
Can you skip ahead?
Yeah, like
Sure.
about halfway
Yeah,
through.
just
We're not
every little
watching the
bit.
whole thing.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Look at that screen. Done.
Oh,
Perfect. And that's how you skin retouch, people.
that's how you make a Smurf?
Yes.
Correspond more to the blotches that I remember.
I think he was
seeing.
trying to isolate things with
So something like
saturation.
this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He is. It's an actual real effect. It just looks funny out of context.
Or red. And
I did that for Halloween once.
Blueface.
This one,
Airbrushed tool.
like the red eyes.
Grace, I've seen you in the mornings. You have that naturally.
I do.
toggle it on and off to check your progress here.
Here
And
we go.
little
This is
dark
Joey's?
spots, instead of getting in there and,
I don't think he's done the cherries yet.
No, this is an eye. No, this is all skin retouch.
I'm going to try and just sort of lighten them up. I want to, let me just back out. I'm not really sure that's quite necessary. These two layers are the eyes. I'm going to put them in a group.
You know, it's
so-
a good video when he's all like doing something for 10 minutes and he goes, "Oh wait, actually, I think I messed up. Let's start over again," without editing
Yeah.
that out at all.
I'm thinking that
And
I
we would be sitting here trying not to fall asleep at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
it was nighttime.
to
This
kind
class.
of maybe
Oh,
see,
And-
I don't know what you guys were talking about. I found a way to entertain myself through these all the time.
and we
Yeah, he's
have
already
very
slimming the
subtle
face, so I
this.
think he might have done the.
No,
don't
this
think-
isn't the eyeball one because the eyeball one was specifically just on eyeballs and had like 2 or 3 examples of different colored eyes.
the actual pupil, and we're just gonna paint out to hide that reflector.
I should look through all my piles of papers from Cypress and just see. He might have actually gave us a link list at some point.
I'm gonna do I've got a little spot there, so I'm gonna use the clone stamp tool just to kind of smooth out that curve a little bit there. Okay.
Oh man, this
While
guy
we're
was just-
watching this, we're
Great.
all looking at another one of the students, which we probably shouldn't name,
Gonna
just
make it-
dead asleep, head on the head on the desk, snoring.
No. We are not just looking at him. We are all taking each other's or turns and taking pictures of him and then sending the pictures to each other to see who can get the best shot.
Yes, that was the challenge.
And
That's
I
what we're
don't know
doing.
who you're talking about. Were these posted to Facebook at any point?
Really, it's not
Possibly. And if you
Yes.
don't know who we're talking about, he likes feet.
What?
with white to brighten it up.
I don't know if this person I'm thinking of likes feet.
Yes, you do. But you're not paying attention to all the jokes that we're making if you don't know that.
I don't. Oh my gosh.
Just kind of
He really liked
make it a little
to
stronger.
sleep on the futon in the photo lab.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about then.
Yeah,
I
so
did
there you
not
go.
know about-
There it is.
Oh, wait, you heard cherries?
No, this is already not the woman who did the cherries.
Oh,
Not
But I do remember this video.
More macro shading.
Yeah.
To kind of maybe slim her face down a little bit. Down the nose.
felt like we're back.
I mean, it's practically like girls at this age are a little chubbier cheek than they want to be. So you want to slim down their cheeks for that. It's like, it's awful. It's so outdated.
It's awful, and we'd have to watch the whole thing, multiple videos, and then maybe get 10 hours the whole semester in the actual, like on a computer actually doing it.
yeah.
Well, we took the freaking lab over the rest of the day. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I mean like required for class.
Well, yeah, we were already doing that.
I forgot all about that.
I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna go eat.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
Guillermo,
Yeah,
it's nice
let's go
talking to you.
talking to you
Nice meeting
guys.
you.
Talking to you.
Next time.
Yeah.
And this is us scaring him off, and he will never join us again.
We have too many inside jokes, that's all.
Well, I think we're pretty like explanatory to our jokes. I don't, well, at least I am. I don't know who else is. Oh,
What do you think, Jacob?
do you feel that we're isolating from you, or do you feel like involved?
Nah, I mean, not really. I
Good.
just
Not
my
really.
first
Yes.
time.
That means yes. He's just being polite.
You want to tell us an inside joke with you and your friends? That's cool.
Man.
What's
Are
the
you
funniest
outside?
YouTube video you've ever seen, Jacob?
What's the what?
The funniest YouTube video that you've ever seen,
Or tutorial.
Or tutorial.
or anything? Yeah.
Tutorial. The
I'm
worst
gonna do a
tutorial.
tutorial. I want to hear.
My
Oh.
photography teacher in high school was terrible. I mean, he wasn't terrible. He just put everyone to sleep.
That's
What's your
so,
favorite, what's your favorite guilty pleasure movie, Jacob?
Guilty pleasure movie.
Like one you would never admit that you watch on YouTube Live.
But admit here, right now, in front of all of us.
All is being recorded and also streamed live on.
Hell yeah. Something to think about.
Well, you could think about it. How about
Yeah.
you, David, or Frank?
Yeah.
Or,
Okay,
Someone else go.
a movie that I think I
Guilty
feel kind of
pleasure.
guilty if people knew that I was into.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have to look up the name because I can't think of it, but I know one came to mind.
Mine's Twister.
Twister.
I don't know why I love that movie. I keep watching it over
Watch
and
it
over.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally get
Not
that.
big on rewatching movies lately, but and I'm like pretty outspoken about the movies I like. The last one we watched that we liked was Knives Out.
That's
Oh.
a fantastic movie. That's not a guilty pleasure at all. That's just a good movie.
Yeah. I don't have that many guilty pleasures.
Okay, I've got one. Guilty pleasure movie for me is Crazy Stupid Love.
I see.
Nobody would ever think that I was as into
Great
that movie
name.
as I am, with Steve Carell and Baby Goose Ryan Gosling.
Wow.
Oh, what's another one? I do. My new favorite movie is Secret Superstar.
Superstar.
I haven't seen that one.
Secret Superstar.
Secret Superstar.
Yes.
Is this a movie that you made for yourself and like star in?
It's a Bollywood movie. It's about
Oh.
this chick and she
Well, I
like
thought you had to
wants
say.
to sing, so but she can't like do it because her family will get mad. So she goes anonymously on YouTube and starts performing. She gets really famous.
Where can I find this?
Netflix. Netflix.
Okay.
How about you, Nof? You're giggling like crazy. What's your go-to embarrassing movie?
I don't know if it's embarrassing, but say maybe yeah, it is. Moulin Rouge.
That's not embarrassing. I love
Not
it.
embarrassing. I think you're of the
Oh.
demographic that's after. Whereas
I
Crazy
actually-
Stupid Love is definitely not my demographic.
I have a guilty pleasure
for it.
show
Okay.
actually.
Yeah.
Beastars on Netflix.
That's pretty guilty pleasure-ish. Yeah, I see that.
That sounds interesting. I've never seen that.
It starts off like it's just animated. I think it's like from a Japanese studio, so it's like dubbed, but it's dubbed well to where it actually matches it, but it's just every now and then a sign will come up, but it's got a lot of tension in the movie, or sorry, in the show. They're all supposed to be in high school, but also they don't really look like they're in high school. They're all like different animals and stuff too. And
Like the novella version.
it's not that dramatic. It's a little bit dramatic. And then I think maybe after the third or fourth episode, sorry, spoiler alert, but the tension turns very, very sexual, and it's kind of awkward at first, but then it actually fits in. What?
Are they still animals at this point when it's sexual?
Yes. And so it's like weird, but it fits in the plot. It's not over the top or anything.
All right, I'm looking it up right now.
All right, Ken.
I can't wait until after this conversation is over.
I know
I'm
for
still
a
trying to
fact
think.
Ken has guilty pleasures.
What?
I know for a fact you have a guilty pleasure. You have to.
Oh, I mean, I watch. I have Netflix.
Uh-huh.
I've been watching The Office for like 5 years, 4 years, 2 years. It's like I just watched
Not
The
a
Office.
guilty pleasure.
Well,
That's
well,
the most
okay.
popular show in the world.
But I feel like idiotic watching it. I've watched it like 50 times, 40 times. I don't know how many times I've watched The Office.
Yeah, I guess, but no, that doesn't count. If you feel embarrassed about admitting it, then it counts. Like,
Okay,
even though we
sweet.
talked her out of it, Nof was clearly embarrassed for liking Moulin Rouge for a second there.
Right.
Music is so much fun.
I agree.
All right, you said episode 4 gets sexual.
Are you starting with episode 4? My
Did he
God.
say season 2?
Season.
I assume season 1.
Oh my God, is that a Pikachu-ish? Oh no, it's a small rabbit.
So I think we're all going to watch this and review it for the group, right?
Oh look, rated TVMA, nudity and smoking.
Is that a thing now? Smoking has to be warned?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Like, are we that stupid that we can't figure out for ourselves whether or not we want to smoke?
Apparently.
Fighting, 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 fighting.
She's just skimming through episode 4.
I am
At least subtitle it so you know what they're talking about.
fighting. Oh.
I guess that's sex.
Alrighty. I'll watch this later privately. Alrighty. Back.
It's awesome.
If that's not an endorsement for this show, I don't know what is.
They're doing something
You
at
just missed
Cypress
great
College
while
where
watching your show and fast forward.
have an outdoor movie, like so you don't get sick and you can watch a movie. And
Well,
I
you
believe-
reduced the amount of exposure to getting sick. It's not 100% you won't get sick.
right. And so it's in one of the parking lots, and you have to buy you don't buy it, but you have to reserve it. And I think the first one's on the 23rd
Where's this?
at Cypress College.
Oh, sorry. I mean, they're doing that everywhere. So
It's a satire
Yeah.
of a drive-in.
Yes. Yeah.
There's actually 2 drive-ins that are open. One is in like Paramount, and then I forgot where
Right.
the other one is. But yeah, it's
Paramount's
been
far.
it is pretty far, yeah. But they're showing 2 movies only, and they're pretty old.
well, they are currently. I know the Frida is trying to do like once or twice a month where they close down the street and project a giant movie for everyone. And I hear rumors that various Walmarts are going to be renting out their parking lots. Yeah.
126 Walmarts.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, this is going to be in the foreseeable future, like the way you get out and watch a movie, and that I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Let's finally go see freaking Wonder Woman and Black Widow.
It'd be great if I had a car.
We're in San Francisco, dude. You guys are in your own biodome pretty much as it is. All the smog around you is like encasing your environment in there.
It's actually a vegan smog. LA is the one with all the smog, all the real gas smog.
What? See, I always just assumed it was the smog from us that sailed north and just settled over San Francisco.
Do you remember like about 3 weeks
Settled.
after quarantine started, I went out for some reason. I just wanted to see how empty everything was, and it was like so clear. I was like, this is what LA looks like without smog.
Yeah.
Mm.
Awesome.
And we found a way to ruin that.
Yep.
Yes, the traffic was back. I went to Fry's Electronics in Manhattan Beach yesterday, and it was empty. I mean, in Fry's, it was friggin' empty. The parking lot, 3 cars, no joke. 3
Usually
cars. I know.
It is Fry's, yeah. So,
But my God, getting back from Manhattan Beach was horrible. It took 50 minutes to go
well,
from.
that's because you said the key word right there, beach. Like people are still going out to the beach, like that's the cure.
Also, nobody's nobody's carpooling with Ubers too anymore. I noticed that up here too, around like the once rush hour kind of came back.
Yeah.
We remembered that everyone has to Uber, plus everyone has to be one person per Uber.
Right. Right.
Or
That's
you
a good
could
point.
get on with your birds and go everywhere.
That's actually really fun now that all the streets are like open.
Freaking electric scooter traffic now.
No traffic.
I wish I was in Vegas. I wanted to check out Vegas while everything was closed.
Yeah, I'm against Vegas. Did you hear the how quickly that the mayor and the
mayor.
governor just wanted to open up and like they just didn't even give a shit.
Well, she offered her freaking city as a test subject.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she's like, I don't care about my people. I just want money.
Yeah.
And I lived through the Red Scare, the Cold War, and we're under threat. Blah. She literally said that
Yeah.
on like CNN. Oh, man, I think my friends a couple friends probably went there recently.
I wish
Concerning.
Facebook had a
Same here.
reaction tool that was like a face palm. There's
What's
so
that?
much stuff on there.
I just heard facepalm. Sorry.
Oh, I want Facebook to have a face palm reaction.
Oh,
That's what we need right now. The care symbol is so useless.
there would be no other one being used. Like nobody would use any other symbol if there was a facepalm symbol. Like I think that would switch what people would go on Facebook for.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
How
I
did
call host. I'm host.
Wait, how does this
Still recording.
how does
It goes on to whoever the second person. I don't know who's host, but it doesn't matter.
I was the second person, but
Well, it skips you automatically, Frank. It's also the
I'm
rule.
fine with that.
All right. So where do we want to go with this now that we are no longer being monitored by Ken and we can just totally take it in any direction?
uh
How about books? Let's talk books now. Anyone reading?
Ooh, yes.
yes.
A Choice of Weapons by Gordon Parks.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And what's that about?
His life story. I've only read this much.
Is that past the intro? Like, are you into chapter 1 yet?
Yes,
Good.
I am, but like, yeah, I've been putting it off, and I've been mostly going through my photo books. But yeah, it's actually really good. He's going through his life story, some discrimination he's felt, and how usually that anger will be directed in more violent ways. I did watch a bunch of interviews and already read the back. So like I kind of know where it goes, but so far that's where I'm at.
You have spoilers for your book?
Yeah, the Black Lives Matter, and it doesn't end good. The spoiler for his book. What about your book, Grace? What do you have?
I can't. This is just for research purposes.
Cue the nudity. Mein Kampf?
Yeah.
What is that?
Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. All right, so Grace is a racist. How about you, Jacob?
Nothing right now. Just
What's the last book you've read?
what was it? I don't even have it. You have a picture of it.
You have a title? Brief synopsis?
It was by it's by Gary Vaynerchuk.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. Interesting guy. It was it Crushing It or the Crushed It? Which one was it? Second Crush It. Crushed It? I have it, actually.
I like that book. I didn't read
is
it,
it?
but I had the audiobook.
Oh, here it is. Literally, here it is.
You're sitting on it.
It was under
I
my
sitting
desk.
on it
It's
to
like
get a little
my, my actually,
From here, it looks like
yeah,
you're pulling it out of your ass.
yeah, a little bit. Crushing It. That's what it is. I got about halfway. A little bit halfway.
Frank, was that a playing card in your book?
No, it was a Instax photo
Oh.
Nice.
by a photographer / artist from SFAI.
Yeah, it's Frank, Grace. It's always going to be a photo used as a bookmark.
Yep.
I use the cards as bookmarks.
I use whatever's in reach. Like, here's my bookmark right now. It's like something I got to check in the other day.
Here's my packet of bookmarks.
There's a
Nice.
piece of cardboard that goes with like a print.
Nice.
How about you, Nof? We kind of got a little bit on to what you were reading yesterday, but you didn't really expand in detail.
I'm reading Self-Analysis. It's kind of like it teaches you about neurosis and understanding oneself. So
How
far it's
neurotic are
boring,
you?
but
How neurotic have you learned that you are?
I don't know. We're still in chapter 1. I'm still getting into it.
You haven't even begun to digest what's
No,
wrong.
not yet.
But actually, Nof and I had a little kind of mini conversation that she's going to start reading Watchmen next.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'll be awesome.
So you told me you saw some pictures on Pinterest, and
Yeah, there's like a discover kind of page where random things pop up, and I saw it and I started reading it and then finding other links and reading them, and then I'm like, what is this? And then I reached out and I'm like, okay. I wanted to see if you had any books. But
I mean, I do. It's just in storage, and like, who the fuck knows where that is? you
yeah.
know? I mean, I know I have it because I read it when I was 14. I know it's in there somewhere. If I find it before you get to it, you can definitely borrow it.
All right. No, it's okay. I already ordered it.
Did you?
It's on the way. Yeah.
Nice. Did you order it from Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where else
okay.
would I order it from?
Well, see, that's the thing. So here's the thing. Like yesterday when you were asking me about it, I almost just like ordered it and sent it to you as like a present for like you graduating this year. But then I was like, is she going to be offended if I use Amazon? And I talked myself out of it. Like,
Why would I be offended?
I mean, because Bezos is basically the
Bezos.
devil right now. And like, there's a lot of activists out there that are actively trying not to use Amazon.
Yeah, but we're in a pandemic, so
Yeah, that's like us
I get it.
trying not to use Facebook.
I get it, but I was thinking about this, and it's like I was that close to just buying it and sending it to you while we were talking because I was like so excited that you were into comic books again, and just as
There
a
it is.
just as a little gift because
Frank is the host now.
you graduated and I haven't gotten around to giving you anything yet.
He's back.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But yeah, I talked myself out of it because of Bezos.
It's all good. It's
All right,
good.
so my book that I am reading is Dune,
Oh.
and I'm finding I tried. Here, let me get rid of this virtual background for a sec. Bloop. So I finally got around to starting to read this. I tried reading it as a kid. It was way too wordy when I was 14. I couldn't get into it. But I've been hearing really good things about the new adaptation that's coming out. And so I got curious, and then I found this 40th anniversary edition that just has like beautiful freaking artwork all over the place. And it was like on sale for $25 on Amazon. So I kind of splurged and just bought it, and I'm actually enjoying it and understanding it a lot more than I would have at 14.
Nice.
So Ken, we were talking about what books we're reading lately.
Oh, books. What are you all reading?
You'll have to go back on the video to hear that, but what are you reading, Ken?
I haven't read anything in a long time. I mean, I used to read a lot of Stephen King.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, I love.
You love Stephen King?
I love Stephen King. I love
most overrated writer of all time.
I think he's freaking great.
If you want to read about the freaking like the lifespan of the tree that lived down the street from the main character for 3 pages, yeah, he's a good writer. But my God,
More to it than that. It's not like the Lord of the Rings where they're walking for like 4 chapters.
Oh, I know. I agree with that. I never got through Lord of the Rings, but like I forced myself to finish Stephen King books, and
See, I don't. I fly through Stephen King books. I got through it. Really,
She just reads every other word, and basically that's.
So you want to know who's a superior writer to Stephen King? Joe Hill, his son. His son is so much better than him. And
I've been meaning to read it. He said, like, Stephen King was talking about how, he just really likes his son's work, but he's trying not to associate him so that it's not, everything's in his own right.
So yeah, if you want like some really cool modern horror that like has these edgy kind of analogies and stuff, like I loved Horns and I loved Heart-Shaped Box by him. I haven't read Nosferatu, though I own it somewhere. But I like the show. Just everything that dude. Oh, and his comic books, Lock and Key, are fantastic. So that's my, I guess, knowledge on Stephen King versus his son. Son wins. Stephen King sucks, except for the Dark Tower series. The Dark Tower series is fantastic in every way, and it's really astounds me that it's written by the same dude who wrote like Tommyknockers.
Tommyknockers wasn't great. The Stand was great. It
Never read The Stand.
a fantastic book.
I've heard good things about The Stand. I never read that one.
Yes, that's what we're going through right now in the world.
What's that? Oh yeah. No, dude, have you heard that he's actually apologizing for like even coming up with the concept first of like somebody like Trump winning presidency because he like used to write about stuff like that in the 80s?
That's Dead Zone.
Yeah, Dead Zone. That was the one he was referencing. Like he created that character and then Trump became that.
Yeah.
And that's so freaky.
Horror books.
Have you ever read Perfume?
No.
No. Is that a Stephen King?
No, it's I can't remember the author, but it's a good horror book,
There's a movie, Perfume. Is it based on that?
I'm not sure. I rarely
Movie a horror movie?
I'm always disappointed in the movies, they're so different than the book.
Sometimes that can be a good thing though.
Yeah, they're a different thing, I get that.
Perfume, the story of a murderer by Patrick Susskind?
That sounds right.
Oh no, Patrick Susskind is the murderer by I have to click on it to see who it's by.
How about Geek Love? Have you ever read Geek Love?
No. Should I? Will I learn things?
I like that book. It's a great book. It's a book about some carnies, and I can't remember the name of the writer, but you know, it's one of those books where in the very beginning of the book, they seem so weird and strange, and then as you get to know the characters, you know, they just become maybe parallels for all of us.
And then the real monsters are the actual humans, and they're the real humans, right?
So, nah, it wasn't one of those. It was more of a slice of life book, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, but pretty good book.
So when you say geek love, you mean like true on like chicken head swallowing geek, like in the
Something
true.
like that. Yeah, like
What?
I think the family. If I remember, I read it years ago. The family, maybe they're carnies. Maybe they are actually carnies, and like a fish boy and this and that and whatever. And as you begin to read the book, you know, you begin to see them as you begin to forget about the exterior.
You remember they're human.
It's sad because you have to say that.
Yeah.
Do each of you have a Spotify?
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Spotify is
curious.
superior.
Like, you know, what's your list so far? What's your favorite playlist? Share it. I'm kind of curious.
Anything Bowie and Queen. Next.
I have a lot of lists actually.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get into
Yeah.
Frank's list right here.
No, I've been pretty dedicated to Spotify since it came out in 2010 or something.
So
Spotify
basically,
superior.
anytime you walk by the photo lab in Cyprus, you would hear Frank's list.
Yeah.
Yep. I have lately I've been working on a protest list and a goth list.
What's on a protest list? Like 3 songs on a protest playlist.
3 songs.
Fuck the police.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Run the World.
The entire Rage Against the Machine catalog.
Yeah.
That's going to be on here next. Misery Business too, from Paramore.
Mhm.
We got Words of Wisdom, Changes, All Right, Freedom, Don't Hurt Yourself, DNA, Ballroom, Legacy.
Joey Badass.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to add more Joey Badass. I just haven't worked on it in a little bit. The longest one I have is probably hip hop. Let's see. Last time I checked, I think it was 30 hours of music on there.
Dang.
And it's like from day one, like the first hip hop songs ever, like till now.
Wow.
I just haven't really actually done it or gone into it. Sorry.
It's the history of hip hop in 30 hours. I mean, Justin Timberlake did it in like what 2 minutes with
Okay,
Jimmy
so-
Fallon, but
What's the start for you? What's the first?
Yeah, 28 hours and 51 minutes.
Yeah.
so yeah, but where does hip hop start in your opinion, Frank? What's your first song?
It's tough. Technically, it's The Message for me. I have that on vinyl too. Actually, Michael technically has it. I left it at his house and they moved. So it's the original press too. And that's like one of my most prized possessions. But what's it called? Rapper's Delight is still technically the first one.
Damn right.
But yeah. What else do I have? I have a rock playlist as well.
What's your weirdest named playlist?
America.
There's one playlist that I just typed a bunch of random letters in because I was in a rush to make it.
It was his sex playlist.
Exactly.
I think
I don't have time to think of what to name it, so just I gotta get it done.
I have a sex playlist.
Well, yeah, everyone has a sex playlist. Mine is Bowie and Queen.
I just don't know if I can like fuck to Bicycle.
By Queen? Yeah.
Yes.
Basically.
I want to ride. Okay, you know what? I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike.
Yeah. And then all that dinging, it helps.
We will rock you. Okay. Under
Fat Mom
pressure.
Girls, definitely.
trying to think of other ones.
Tie your mother down.
Oh man.
Now I'm gonna go look at Queen and see what other things could work.
Dude, Freddie Mercury was very repressed.
Okay, I have it. It's JWBE, and it's just one song. But but I really just wanted to save that song, I guess.
JWBE. Jube?
Yep. There's no meaning to it. Just, oh shit, this is a good song. I just want to save it.
What is that song? Was that
What is it? Some Things Never Seem to Fucking Work by Solange.
so? Why couldn't you name the single playlist after that one song? Did you think you're
I
going
don't
to?
think it was working. I think it was like a glitch.
Holy shit! All of them could be sexual.
Yes. Hence the majesty of Queen.
Spread your wings, fat bottom girls.
Yes, I said fat bottom girl.
Oh, sorry.
Listen to the lyrics. That is extremely sexual.
Oh, my friend made me a playlist. I didn't even see it.
How about
I
you
just have a
know?
lot of friends playlists saved.
Oh. What do you listen to, Jacob?
A little bit of everything. Hip hop, R&B, jazz.
Okay, your
Little
go-to,
Neo.
I'm feeling bad and I want to listen to something that's going to cheer me up. What do you listen to?
What's the first song? Light. Oh, that okay. Probably some hip hop by
By President Kanye?
yes. No. Some people I've been listening to lately. One guy, my friend manages him. He's from Stockton. His name's MB Nell. And then Blast from I think he's from LA. They had a cool song. It's kind of like a summer type song, kind of,
Yeah.
summer song. And then some playlists I just saved. So my the people I work with, we put together a playlist, and then we kind of curate it and just pick artists who submit music.
Mm-hmm.
What gets in?
Mostly just independent. And then let's see, Midnight Jukebox is someone's playlist I saved. Has some good oldies ish. Some Duran. You guys listen to Duran Jones?
Okay, most of the people here are old enough to have been into it when they were big.
Thought you're about to say Duran Duran.
Duran. Nah, Duran Jones is someone who.
Oh, I thought he said Duran